Hi, Sean Huxter here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. Let me give you my manifesto about toys up front. Toys are toys. Toys are for anybody. Anybody can play with any toy. For decades, we all grew up thinking there are girl toys, there are boy toys. Girl toys came in pink packaging, boy toys were military in nature or sports. It's not true. Anybody can play with any toy. Toys are meant to fuel imagination, and if you have imagination, you can be fueled by any toy. That said, today, we're going to talk about Crybabies Little Changers. Now, these are compacts, and this is the reason I was intrigued by this. They showed up on Amazon for like $4 or something. I bought one, not realizing there were multiples of them. So this is kind of like the blind, not really a blind box set, but more like when you order them, you can't specify which one you get. And this is becoming more common on Amazon and a few other shops where toys like some of the Polly Pocket compacts that come in a batch of different ones, you can order them, but you can't tell them which one you want, which is not great because you can't order the specific one. I did a similar thing with Ace Home Hardware just after Christmas, where I ordered 4 of the Pet Connects Polly Pocket sets, and the picture they showed were the ones with the hair, and the ones they sent me were 4 unique ones, but they were not those. So there was no way to specify at all which ones you wanted. You just had to pay your money and take your chances. And so I did. I bought one. And when I realized, there are 6 possibles, and the more I read the description was it says styles may vary, and what that means is you don't know which one you're getting. So I jumped back on after getting this and thinking for $4, this isn't bad. I'm going to get some more, and I went on and I tried to order more, and there were only 2 left, so I ordered these 2. And so what I ended up was definitely 3 unique ones, and that's great. So these are Crybabies Little Changers. Crybabies are toys that, in the larger versions, you feed them a bottle of water and they cry when you squeeze them. And this goes back to my childhood. Baby Alive and other dolls like that, where you either fed them or you did something, and one of them you fed them water and they cried tears. So, it was. And again, back in the 70s, this was meant for girls. Boys did not play with these, which is kind of sad because, boys should be nurturing children too. Anyway, so I got this because they were compacts, and I thought they were kind of simplistic inside, but there's this question mark, which means there are 6 of these, according to this. And you have Aqua, Sunny, Greeny, Windy, Sparky, and Moon, but it doesn't show you what's inside the compact. And this is very much like the 8 Polly Pocket Hidden Hideouts compacts, all of which I have, where you have the bottom that you can see from the package, and then up top there are 3 compartments that you pull apart, and each one has an accessory and a play space, one of which usually has a moving feature. So this is similar in a way, in that you have a hidden hideout up top, and apparently each one comes with a little water bottle because it reveals a flower, and we're gonna check that out. This is called on Amazon, if you look this up, it's Crybabies Little Changers Eco-Friendly Flower Compact, and a miniature playset. And the reason it's eco-friendly is the packaging is eco-friendly, recyclable. It is not. There's no plastic on this packaging. This is made by a company called IMC Toys out of Barcelona, Spain. So, while this looks very, you might say girly or childlike, it is for 3 and up, but then so is Polly Pocket, right? And I believe Mighty Max was as well. So, getting past all of this, this is for babies, this is for girls, I don't care, because babies and girls may watch my channel. I hope so. Let's see. So it says plant-based, eco-friendly, disposable packaging, plastic-free. Now, that said, we're going to open these. And we're going to start with the lavender one. So the packaging is eco-friendly. Let's see if it's play-friendly. So you pull these tabs out and open them up. Oh, sure enough. Just slide right out. Yeah, great. Oh, look. I don't know what this is. I'm not going to look at this. We're going to look at this after. So I'm going to put it right here to remind me to look at it. And what do we end up with? Well, what we have is a pretty standard, almost like Polly Pocket-like compact. You got your logo down here for IMC Toys. And then all your caveats and legal text, I guess. I'm trying to find out a date. The Polly Pocket ones had dates on them. I'm not sure if this has a date. I'm trying to see it. No, it's just import data. Okay, so let's get to what's inside. There's your hinge, so clearly opens up from here. Let's find out. All right. Oh, So it's not a surprise that you pull away. It's a top that is surprised when you open it. So here's your figure. Again, if you don't necessarily want to play with a toddler figure or a baby figure, you can put some Polly Pockets in here. So this is your little character. And this would be, I'm looking at the package now. This would be Aqua. And in the original toy, like you feed this child water and squeeze it and you get tears. But obviously that does not happen here. So what do we end up with? So we have a little play area down below. Again, this is all new to me. So this is, I'm discovering this with you when you are. And so you have a chair here with a cushion. And you have a little box with, I would imagine that's some toys. A toy box probably. Flower here. And then stairway up with a peg. I wonder, does the peg? Yes, so the peg does fit the child. And it's right there. And then we go, okay, so it does sort of stay up on a 90-degree angle. It's a little bit of friction there. But you know what? This isn't meant to be because this is a pond. So it's meant to display flat, like some Polly Pocket sets are, and other compacts. Not meant to stay upright because you have these swans right here. And so the swans spin around. That's kind of nice. You've got, I think the point is the flower and the fish are like a rocking device where you push the flower down and the fish comes up, but it doesn't really do much. But if you push the fish down, the flower does come up a bit. So I'm not really balanced. It's a bit more heavy on one end. And then you've got a boat here that rocks back and forth. It doesn't actually move, I don't think. No, but it does rock back and forth in a kind of very satisfying ball joint motion. Then that's water here, obviously, with lily pads, not painted. More fish here, and then the one fish here. Again, you got your swan moving. And then you've got a sticker here showing a turtle and some lily ponds. So, I got to tell you, if you look at the Amazon advertising, the photos of this are kind of desaturated and filtered in a way that makes it look like it's not as good as this. This is really quality plastics. Quality plastics, quality colors. I mean, this is as solid as any of the good Polly Pocket stuff. Now, what else down below is we have this. So we open this up and we reveal, this is a little water bulb, and that's to reveal a flower in there. Now, it also says you can discover a duck. I don't quite know where that is. It might be under here. I'm not sure. Let me just think for a second. There's nothing else moving. So this is like a bed, right? So you got your bed here. You've got a little, is that a little fish? Probably, and more fish up here. And a little teardrop here to indicate the teardrop that you're going to use to expose the flowers. And then this is just a storage space, I think, for the teardrop itself, which in my opinion is kind of a waste of an opportunity. They could have done something really cool in here and made the bed a two-piece play thing, which is, I think, yeah, that's a lost opportunity. So this is clearly a kind of a paper, a dissolvable paper. And we are going to try now to dissolve this to see what the deal is. So I brought out a special guest, which is let me put this on something that isn't going to soak through. Let me see, what do I have? Let's put it on the packaging. No, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, let's do it. So we have some water. We're going to do the bulb. We're going to pull in some water, let it fill the bulb, and then we're going to try this. I haven't tried this before. We're going to dissolve this paper. So I'm just going to try it again. It definitely does kind of dissolve. It's almost like paper. So it is definitely, there we go. Look at that. Oh, no, okay. I'm going to give that some props. As the paper weakens, the flower is revealed. Oh, that's kind of cute. And I got to tell you, this stuff is kind of sticky. You want to definitely have some kind of napkins handy. And also, water runs through the bottom. There is... there's a place on the bottom here, and the water kind of leaks out through these holes as you fill this. But I do kind of like that action, that the paper suppresses the flower, and then when you soak it, the flower emerges up through. I kind of like that. It was a bit kind of weird and sticky, but now that you have it, it's kind of nice. I am a little intrigued because the website says one of the things you can do is discover a little duck. Now, I don't see a duck on this one. Maybe the duck is in another one. So we'll try another one. So that's the first one. And that is, his name was Aqua. And now we're going to try the second one. Basically, these are all the same packaging. We're just going to open it up and pull out the next compact. Another one of the books is there. I'll just put that aside and push the water back just a little bit. Did I put the bulb back? No, I'm going to put the bulb back after I make sure it's empty, and then put the bulb back. So the next one is a brighter pink, not quite hot pink. It's a soft pastel pink, and it kind of harkens back to original polycolors, which I kind of like. So we're going to open this up and see what's up top now. Oh, neat. So we have another figure. So this is interesting too, because it's the same layout exactly, but the colors are different. So we won't have to spend time talking about the layout. You do have under here another bulb, which I won't use. Well, I'll use. I'll pull that aside and put it next to the water for now. And then let's look at the top. This one I think is probably meant to stay upright. There's a little friction there, like the original Polly Pocket, rather than a click point. And I think this is meant to stay upright because this is a hammock, which swings down and swings. That's kind of nice. Flowers everywhere. Now you've got this rotating flower here, sunflower, which I kind of like. And this appears to be the function on this one. And you have a sun that can move back and forth on a kind of a click motion here. I don't think it does anything else. All right, the figure is, let's see which one we have here. The figure is, that's got to be Sunny, right? Yeah, Sunny. And of course that's indicated by the sun here. Let's place Sunny on the peg. Now you can put Sunny on the hammock. Oops. The hammock doesn't swing very freely, but you can place it. So now let's go see what the flower looks like here. Let it soak. You can add more water if it doesn't pop up the first time. And here it goes. You know, it's a little icky, but I like it. Like I said, that's very sticky when you're done. And you definitely want to have some napkins handy to wipe your fingers, and probably to clear that away when it's finished. But that's kind of cute. It's a sunflower. Sunflower, sunflower. So it's Sunny and it's sunflowers. And that's the second one. Again, water drips through. So it's kind of making my display area wet. So the third one is a hotter pink. Like I said, I only have 3 of the 6 because I couldn't order any more, and I probably didn't want all 6 anyway. If I'd ordered more, I'm not sure I would have gotten 6 and not dupes. Again, not much more to talk about. Let's open it up immediately and see what's going on inside this one. Oh, so this has got to be windy, because we're definitely talking about a wind turbine here, or a windmill, a wind vane, a kite that moves across the sky a little bit. And there's a peg hole here for the figure, which is, clearly it's going to be windy. And just checking the package. That is indeed windy. So windy can either sit here, but windy can also sit right here. I didn't check the others to see if there are pegs up top for them to sit in, but, oh yeah, the boat one has a peg. I'm not sure this one does. I think it has a hammock, which lets it sit up there. And of course we have a balloon, and the balloon goes up and down as well, and the balloon can also fit the figure. Again, pretty minimalistic sets, but brightly colored. The plastic feels really good on this one, on these. Much better than a lot of the play sets I've seen in my experiences. And now we're going to see, what do we find here? I'm putting my hand under this time to catch the water. And let's go a second time. And watch carefully as it dissolves away and the flower very slowly comes to the surface. Up. I think maybe a bit more water. Yeah, here we go. And then it kind of just floats to the surface. I mean, not the most spectacular motion going, but, you know, fun. And I think you definitely want to clear away the icky film when you're done, because it is not just paper. It has got a very sticky quality to it. All right. That's the third one. Now, I kind of now wish I had the 6 just to see what they were like out of curiosity. But just as the last thing we're going to do, we're going to look at the book. So what you get is this book, Crybabies, Changers. And here you have you know, CGI or photographic. It's a collector's book, so you can check off the ones you get. And on the back, it shows. So it shows the features here. So one is you open up the bed, you reveal the bulb, you fill the bulb, you reveal the flower, and then the bed, of course, you can lie on. And then this one, I guess each one of these has its own guide. This one shows the kite moving and the balloon going up and down and the vane moving. And then it shows all 6 of the compacts. Oh, I kind of wish I had Moon, to be honest, because I am a big fan of space things, and this would have been a space-themed one, and I would have liked to have had that one. And this one is jungle-themed, clearly. You've got a monkey there and a little teardrop here that actually folds down. That's a hinge, but it's shaped just like the teardrop dropper. And then the others we've seen, and this one we have not seen. That's interesting. Is that a campground or something? I'm not really sure. Anyway, I have to say, for $4, I'm kind of impressed. I think these compacts could be repurposed for Mighty Max, even if you wanted to repaint them or whatever, or use them for Polly Pocket or whatever you really wanted to do. This one's got the thing, this one's got the thing. You know, I didn't have a lot of big expectation, but my expectations were exceeded. And mostly because the quality is good, feels good, and I really think that kids really would enjoy these. Okay, that's enough for me for now. For Magical Little Worlds, thanks for joining me. See you next time.